Welcome aboard the Open 402, our next step forward as a brand. Around here, we call it Sportsman 3.0. The Open 402 is our new flagship, and it's built from real feedback and real time on the water. We looked at how you and your family spend a day on the boat, how you fish, how you entertain, and how you travel. And we designed everything with that in mind. In this video, we're going to show you how it's built, how it's powered, and how each zone of the boat is set up to do more than just one job. So we'll cover the features, but we'll also take you behind the design decisions that make the Open 402 what it is. Now let's talk design and power, because this is where the Open 402 sets itself apart. You might have heard of people focusing on dead rise. Ours is 23 degrees at the transom, but that's not the whole story. What matters just as much is how the hull is shaped and tuned to the rest of the running surface. Keeping true to our modern design language, we stayed with a mono hull on purpose. If you're coming from another Sportsman, it's a familiar running surface, and the 13-foot beam gives you a wide platform that easily accommodates varying load scenarios, whether it's just two of you or you've got the full crew on board. We build the 402 using our SportTech advanced vacuum infusion process, which lets you create stronger, lighter, and more consistent parts. This method gives us the strongest fiberglass parts without paying a weight penalty and improving performance and fuel economy. The Open 402 is yacht certified and NMMA certified, which means it is built to recognized safety and construction standards for materials, systems, and overall build quality. Yacht certification also means that there is no required printed person capacity on the boat, giving you more flexibility in how you use it. More details on the NMMA certification process are available on our website. On the power side, the boat we're on today is rigged with quad Yamaha 350s, which gives you almost 600 miles of range with the 605 gallons of fuel on board. We also offer quad Mercury V10s for up to 1,700 horsepower or a triple Yamaha 450 XTO. So you can pick the package that matches how you run and how you load the boat. The Open 402 is the first 40-foot family-friendly center console designed from the ground up with Seakeeper Ride Quad 750 as standard equipment, which lets us optimize the running surface for it. This hull is designed to run at about 3 degrees of angle, so that the water break is happening right around midship. Seakeeper Ride is always working in the background to bring the boat back to the ideal angle and level after every wave. Now let's head up to the bow, because time and time again, this is where everyone gravitates to the moment that they step on the boat. And it's not just about the wraparound seating and comfort. The hull and running attitude were designed to handle real people load up front, without pushing the bow down when you're cruising or idling around. So, in this section, we're going to show you how the bow converts from lounge mode to date mode to fishing mode and why it works so well. And along the way, we're going to touch on the RGB lighting up here because it completely changes the vibe once the sun goes down. This bow is built to be the hangout spot, and the centerpiece is the electronically actuated table with controls on the starboard side for convenience. It's got 3 main positions. All the way up, it's a true table for lunch and drinks. Drop it to the middle position, snap in the cushion, and it becomes a full sun deck. Then, when you want the deck totally open, lower it flush so you've got an obstruction-free walkthrough to the anchor. Up here, you've got wraparound seating with backrests, drink holders, speakers, and molded-in storage throughout, so everyone has a place to settle in. The boat we are on today has the optional release marine backrest. All of the seating is finished in side leather fabrics, so it feels premium, but it's built to handle sun, salt, and everyday wear. Available in 3 colors: white, smoky gray, and coastal beige. Removable cushions throughout the boat are magnet mounted with rigid backing, so that they go on and off fast and stay secure underway. Covered storage is handled with the 2 insulated boxes forward. Use them for sandbar days for beach gear or fill them up with fishing gear for the offshore days. We also built a bow niche storage cubbies that are perfect for smaller items you want close by. It's got cup holders, subtle LED lights, and it keeps things secure without cluttering the seating. And when you convert the bow for fishing, the bow bolsters do double duty. In lounge mode, they're comfortable backrests, and in fishing mode, they become knee and leg pads when you're working a fish up front. For safety, the handrails are recessed into the gunwale, so you've got something to grab without anything sticking up in the way. Anchoring is just as dialed. The through-hull windlass gives you a clean look and lets you retrieve the anchor with the buttons from the helm. And up front, you've also got bow controls, so you can run the windlass right where you are, where you can see what's happening. Inside the anchor locker, there is a fresh water wash temp, so you can rinse the anchor as it comes in, and it's also handy for anyone hanging out up here. We also tucked a Vetus bow thruster for confident, low-speed maneuvering. And we designed a service access to that area through the table opening. So if you ever need to inspect or service it, it's straightforward. Finally, you'll notice the premium RGB lighting up here and really throughout the boat. You can run bright white when you're working or set the vibe with custom colors for cruising and entertainment. All right, Midship Command Center. This is the zone that everyone gravitates to when it's time to run the boat. The panoramic seamless glass windshield with the integrated wiper is a Sportsman 3.0 highlight. And we designed the seating layout so you can keep the crew close, forward-facing, and comfortable on the longer runs. The first thing you notice here is visibility. The panoramic seamless tempered glass windshield gives you over 35% better visibility, which means less strain at the helm and a clearer view when you're running at speed. And when the conditions turn, you've got an integrated wiper to keep the view clean. Right below it, we shaped the whole area around comfort underway. Up front on the console, you've got sculpted Chaise Lounge with armrests, grab handles, and cup holders, so whoever is riding there feels locked in and comfortable. Behind it, the quad captain's chairs are a big deal. 4 adults get true forward-facing seating with supportive bolsters or armrests, so long runs feel relaxed and everybody stays part of the action instead of being scattered around the boat. Mezzanine rear-facing seating is built into the leaning post. Giving you a perfect spot to keep an eye on the lines or hang out at the sandbar. This spot also gives you a lot of protection from the wind while running. Twin insulated coolers are tucked under the mezzanine seat to keep drinks, food, or bait cold within easy reach without interrupting cockpit flow. Each cooler has its own dedicated lid and cushion, so access stays quick and clean. A fully refrigerated option is available if you want an ice-free cold storage. Flip-down tackle storage is integrated into the mezzanine backrest, creating a quick rigging station with dedicated storage for tackle, leaders, and tools right where you need them. Down at your feet, you've got macerated index storage boxes midship, so you can stow gear out of the way without cluttering the cockpit. Portside undergunnel storage keeps essentials close at hand and out of the way, making it a perfect spot for a fire extinguisher or other quick grab safety gear. Starboard side undergunnel trash and bag storage gives you a dedicated spot for a trash bag, paper towels, and cleanup supplies, so the cockpit stays tidy without cluttering up the deck. Now, look up, because the hardtop is where the command center really comes together. It's oversized on purpose, and it provides shade, a more protected ride, and lets us build in lighting and features in a clean way. When looking at the back edge of the hardtop, for this design language, we've extended it beyond the rear legs, giving us shade for the mezzanine seat and a sleeker look. The structure is a class-first D-tubing frame that's bent and extruded out of a single piece, not cut and welded like you typically see, and that six-legged design adds a serious amount of stability. You've also got integrated hardtop access window, which gives you airflow, easy reach for inspection and cleaning, and it's the main entrance if the boat is equipped with the optional tower. And for running after dark, we built the lighting into the hardtop where it belongs. Up front is a Lumitec 18-inch Razor spotlight for lighting the way on the ride home. At the rear, a pair of flush-mounted Lumitec Maxillume floodlights throws a wide beam for docking, loading gear, and working lines. At the front corners, the molded-in navigation light stays unobstructed, and they also dual purpose as docking lights with the built-in 1,000-lumen white lights. Around the edge, we designed a dedicated hardtop grab edge. So whether you're moving forward, stepping along the gunnel, or handling lines at the dock, you've always got a safe place to grab. Across the back, rocket launchers gives you storage for up to 7 rods, and the underside color can be matched to the hull for a clean finished look that ties the whole boat together. Instead of piecing systems together after the fact, SportLink is our factory integrated setup. Everything is installed, networked, and designed to work together from day one. So the helm feels clean, the controls feel intuitive, and you're not chasing add-ons later trying to make everything play nice. And the best part is, the standard boat is already loaded. SportLink is the brain of the boat. It ties together navigation, sonar, audio, lighting, pumps, and system data so you can see it and control it from the displays in one consistent interface. Standard on the Open 402, you get dual Garmin GPSMAP 9227 Chartplotters with Navionics Plus. These are 4K touchscreen displays, so the charts, sonars, cameras, and other system pages stay crisp and easy to read even in full sun. And because they mirror functions, you can split tasks across different screens without giving up visibility. You also get the Garmin ultra-wide 1543 XSV flush mounted into the hardtop as a captain-friendly angle, right in your natural line of sight. It's a perfect home base for engine data and the pages you want to keep up all the time. A flip-down elevated platform is built into the helm to boost sightlines when docking, running shallow, or navigating tight waters. Then it folds away clean when you don't need it. From there, the boat runs on SeaStar Interact's DCM digital switching. So instead of a dash full of physical toggles, you control the boat from the displays. We do include a fully sealed control pad at the helm with the 12 most used functions. And we built our own Sportsman custom graphic interface, so it stays simple. Lights, pumps, and the key systems are organized in a way that makes sense. Plus, we've added lighting controls and presets so the boat is ready with just a couple of taps. Take control to the next level with the optional Seakeeper 4.5 upgrade to reduce roll when you're stopped, drifting, or trolling. For communication, the Open 402 comes standard with a flush-mounted Garmin VHF 215 with built-in GPS, plus a dedicated mic box at the helm to keep everything clean. And if you're running tournaments, or just like monitoring 2 channels at once, an optional second VHF 215 is a great add. Fuel and water level sensors are integrated too, so your displays can give you accurate, usable range and tank information instead of guesswork. We've also equipped this boat with dual fuel fills, which makes it simple to pull up on either side at the marina pump. For sonar performance, we spec the Airmar PM275 LHW 1KW chirp transducer as standard. It gives you wide coverage and strong target definition so you can read the water with confidence. Entertainment is standard too, with the Garmin Fusion and JL Audio DSP system, subs and amps, so the sound is loud and clean without having to chase aftermarket upgrades. Behind the scenes, the Open 402 includes a Xantrex Explorer 120x12 charger, smart plug ELCI shore protection, dual wireless phone chargers on top of the console, and a full NEMA 2000 backbone, so everything communicates cleanly. If you want more offshore confidence, radar is available with multiple Garmin options, including the Phantom Open Array and radome setups. And for serious weather awareness, the GXM54 Sirius XM weather antenna is an optional add that puts radar and forecast layers right on your display. Island hopping and overnight trips on the Open 402 have become easier than ever with the optional Starlink system. This adds Wi-Fi throughout the boat while out of cell range for messaging and even streaming your favorite shows and sporting events. So the big takeaway is this: the Open 402 doesn't feel like a boat that needs to be finished after you buy it. The standard package is already loaded, but we do have some options if you want to take it even further. Now, let's head into the rear cockpit. Back here, you've got a massive, wide open cockpit that's ready to fish hard and entertain even harder. And the best part is, we didn't make you choose between the two. This space is built to convert fast, stay comfortable, and keep everything you need close without cluttering up the deck. So in this section, we'll walk through all the systems and a couple of design details that make life at the dock and at the sandbar way easier. Back here, the theme is space and flexibility. When you are in entertain mode, the rear seating is ready to go. Then, when it's time to fish, the rear bench stows away to open up the cockpit and make it easier to move around the leaning post. And we love the way that this is designed. The seat closes inward to help protect the cushions from hooks and sharp gear, and the backrest actuates up with the seat, so when it's deployed, it lands at a comfortable height instead of feeling like an afterthought. On either side of the leaning post, you've got a pair of 295 quart insulated and macerated in-deck fish boxes. So fish storage is right where you want it without taking away any deck space.
There we go.
Bait is handled with twin pressurized 40-gallon aquarium Livewells with clear lids. The clear lids are a simple detail, but it matters. You can check bait fast without popping lids and dumping water or losing pressure. One of the smartest pieces of engineering back here is the raw water sea chest pump box. It helps to remove air from the water to prevent airlock. It keeps the pumps fully submerged so they don't run dry, and it simplifies the whole system down to one clean area for pumps, hoses, and wiring. The box has a built-in lighting for an extra added touch. Along the gunnels, you've got 6 flush mount Gunwale rod holders that works for rods, but they're also perfect mounting points for the accessories a lot of owners like to add. Cockpit bolster cushions run all the way around the boat to give you a soft, comfortable surface to lean into when you're fighting a fish, reaching into the water, or moving around the cockpit underway. Hubble electric reel outlets are built into the gunnel to give you reliable plug-in power for deep drops, and kite reels using clean, marine-grade receptacles designed for harsh saltwater use. While discussing the great fishing features of the Open 402, we can't forget the reinforced dedicated installation spots for outrigger bases on the hardtop. And when it comes to access, the dual Total Access compartments open wide, so you can reach the bilge pumps and key systems without having to crawl. It's the kind of feature that you don't think about until you need it, and then you're glad that we built it this way. For post-run cleanups, the reversal automatic outboard flushing system lets you rinse the engines with the push of a button, which makes it way easier to stay on top of maintenance. And then there are the day-to-day features that make this boat easy to live with. The dual side entry doors let you board from either side, and because they're designed into the hull and deck mold with reinforcement, they feel solid and secure. At the back of the boat, we've got dual hose pipes so you can run the shore power cord cleanly, which makes docking easier. When the sun goes down, the underwater lights bring the whole boat to life at the dock. It's one of those features that makes nights at the 402 feel very special. For cleanup, you've got both freshwater and raw water washdowns. You've got 60 gallons of fresh water on board for the final rinse, and raw water gives you unlimited supply when you're scrubbing the deck at the sandbar or after landing a fish. So whether you're set up for a serious day of fishing or you're hosting a full crew at the dock, this cockpit is designed to stay open, stay functional, and stay easy to use. So far, we've stayed on the top deck and the versatility is obvious. But the open 402 has a second half of the story, and it's down below. This is a fully appointed cabin, and it's one of the biggest reasons that this boat feels more than just a center console. It's the kind of interior that makes long days easier and opens up trips that you might have not considered before. So let's head inside. Right when you come down the console entry steps, everything feels intentional. The steps are stable, entry and exit feels natural, and we built storage into the area for quick grab items. You also get smart access here, including direct reach to the dedicated 24 batteries for the bow thruster and windlass. The heart of the cabin is the convertible layout. During the day, you've got a U-shaped dinette that's comfortable for the family and lounge to eat. Then, when you're ready to stay the night, it converts into a true queen-size bed, which completely changes what weekend trips look like in a center console. Under the port and starboard cushions, you will find additional storage. To make overnights actually work, we went with a real galley. You've got a microwave, cooktop and refrigerator so you can bring groceries and make real meals. The sink is set into the aquarium countertop with a matching backsplash that looks clean, holds up to daily use, and wipes down fast. Cabinets and drawers give you a practical storage for supplies, personal items, and overnight gear so the cabin stays organized. When it's time to clean up, this is where the 402 really separates itself. You've got a private enclosed shower with a glass door, so you have a real stand-up shower space, and you keep the head area dry. No wet head mess. Pair that with a 6-gallon water heater, and you've got hot water for the sink and shower, which makes a long day feel a whole lot more comfortable. And the head itself is a porcelain fixture with overboard discharge and pump out capabilities. So you've got the flexibility depending on where you are and what's permitted. We've also built in the pieces that make the cabin feel livable. A 32-inch 4K TV gives you an easy wind down option at the dock or on the hook. 110-volt wall outlets let you plug in chargers and small devices without fighting adapters. Comfort is handled with a 120-volt, 10,000 BTU air conditioning system. And the Fisher Panda 8kW generator is standard. It's fed by a 25-gallon diesel tank, which means you've got real onboard power to run cabin comforts when you're away from shore power. And we didn't ignore the practical side either. There's an electrical monitoring panel down where you can check the 120-volt and 12-volt systems, plus engine-related info, with the keys and diagnostics right where they should be. We've also integrated a Garmin 10-inch display down below, so you can control key systems like lights and pumps and monitor systems without having to be at the helm. Even inside the head, there are a couple of smart details hiding in plain sight. In-floor vertical rod storage lets you store valuable rods safely in the lockable space. And an electronic access panel gives you service access to the back of the Helm electronics without crawling under the dash. We built the Open 402 to be the kind of boat that you don't have to think twice about. It's a true do-it-all flagship designed around how you actually use your boat, with a standard foundation that's already loaded and fully integrated. At the end of the day, this is what Sportsman 3.0 is all about. Building boats that are designed for the days that matter. For more information, navigate to sportsmanboatsmfg.com or contact your local dealer. Thanks for watching.